Hello and welcome to Education Assessment. My name is Jim Sturdivant. I'm going to be your instructor, and I like to put the learning objective on the very first slide. What is it that we're going to accomplish in this course? And here it is. I can assess student learning, which is really important. When I first started teaching high school back in the mid-1980s, if you had good classroom management and your students were engaged in learning activities, you got a great evaluation. Well, since that time, there's a lot more to teacher accountability, and principals, parents, communities, politicians, even students want to have evidence of student learning, which is fair. So this class is going to help you provide that. Hi, I'm Jim Sturdivant. I wanted to give just a brief background on me. I taught high school social studies for 34 years, and I retired in 2019. At that point, I came on as an adjunct at Muskingum, and it's been wonderful. It's just been a great gig. I taught the Education 341, which is the undergrad version of the assessment class. Talked a lot about assessment, practiced a lot of assessment in my K-12 role. I love teaching this course. Now, this course was created by the department at Muskingum, and so this is not my material, but theirs. So occasionally you might hear someone else's voice on here, like a presentation or a slideshow or whatever, and that's why. But I've taught this for a number of summers, and I really enjoy it. I think you're going to get a lot out of this class. Muskingum has switched to the Canvas learning management system from Blackboard. Now that might be a big adjustment for some, and others it might not be a problem. But if you go to the class, you're going to see a link that says calendar for this class. And if you open that link, you're going to see a document, a Google Doc that looks just like this. And you can see the weeks and how they're laid out. Now, I'll explain the meeting time in an upcoming slide. Don't panic right now if you see that and you have a conflict. Not a problem. We're going to work with that. But what I'd like you to concentrate on are the dates. And you can see the June 9th, June 16th, June 23rd, June 30th, and July 7th. And then I'm going to submit my grades. So what you want to do is you want to go to the week 1 prompt on June 9th and be prepared to collaborate about that week 1 prompt on June 16th. So this is a good organizational guide for you. I'm going to go into more detail here. I know that some of you might have questions, and I think by the end of this little slide presentation, a lot of them will be answered. When you go on Canvas, you're going to see that there are 4 weeks in the class. And if you click on the drop-down menu for each week, you'll get all the prompts that you need to master before the next collaboration the following week. So if there's any questions on how to do this, I'm going to show you how to interact with me here in the upcoming slides. But that's the way the course is laid out. On week 1, you do that drop-down menu, and then you master those prompts. And you do that for the following weeks. Going back to this slide, which is the calendar, what I want you to look at here is this time right here, which is Monday, 7:30 to 8:20 p.m. That is the time that we're going to get together and we're going to discuss what we did the previous week, and then we're going to talk about what's upcoming. And we'll have 4 of those meetings. We won't have a meeting on July 7th, but we'll have one of those meetings each week. And this is where the class gets very rich, because there's going to be, these meetings are going to be mostly you collaborating with one another and me talking a lot less. You can see right there that there's a Teams link, and that's the Teams link that we will utilize throughout the course. and you jump on there Monday night at 7:30, and then we'll be done by 8:20. But a lot of times we'll be done long before that. But come in prepared to discuss the prompts for the week. And this is a rich part of the class. So before anybody can panic, I understand that life is busy and you might not be able to attend one of these sessions. That's where you reach out to me and you and I will find a one-on-one alternative. And it could take like 15 minutes on a Saturday morning or on a Friday evening. I'm pretty flexible in terms of my time. So if you can't make a session, which happens, it happens frequently, then you set up a time with me and we'll do an alternative. This is not going to be a problem. Hey, this is an important slide because one of the things that's crucial in this next 4 weeks is that you and I develop a collaborative relationship. And I think one of the easiest ways to do that is for you just to text me, and I'll text back to you. I will create a text chain for the entire class. And what I like to do in texting is do a voice text. Like I'll hit the record feature and just talk like I'm talking right now, because I can talk a heck of a lot faster than I can type or text. And what's interesting about this is I give lots of audio feedback via this method. Now, if you are someone who's uncomfortable texting with me, you can absolutely email me. It's just that this is a great way to provide audio feedback and audio collaboration. And we'll also create a text chain, so I will communicate with everybody via text. So again, there's my number right there. If you are comfortable, text me your name and that you're in this class, because I'm teaching one other class, and I will respond. And I'm looking forward to meeting you here soon.